How's it going, lads? It's the Bald Boomer Biosparks. A very quick video today. So over the weekend I've been testing and collecting data for the different methods of leveling on the TBC beta. You can watch me streaming the beta over on Twitch in the link below. At the start of the beta there was a big panic because dungeons were rewarding terribly awful experience, but after a couple of days Blizzard has fixed the experience values to what they're supposed to be. After running several dungeons both on and off stream, I've been collecting data and it is looking like dungeon leveling is going to be the superior method by a landslide. Mainly because you can avoid all the madness in the outside world where players will be competing for mobs very heavily. Remember, the beta servers aren't very populated at the moment, so it doesn't give a true representation of what it's going to be like on launch day, so don't fall into the trap thinking that questing is going to be straightforward. If you were playing on classic WoW launch day when the servers had many layers, there was still a huge amount of competition for mob tags and quests, and this is going to be much worse in TBC Classic. So let's get straight into the numbers, showing why dungeon leveling is looking so amazing right now. Hellfire Ramparts was a very quick run, with the party having Nax and AQ40 gear, except for one player who had a preset level 58 character in greens. Even so, it took us only 14 minutes to run the whole dungeon, granting us 59,152 experience, meaning that it would take 8.3 runs of Ramparts to reach level 61. However, I wanted to be absolutely sure that Blood Furnace was the superior dungeon to run, so I ran that a few times as well. The first few times we had a mishmash of level 58 preset players and Nax and AQ40 geared players, so the runs weren't very fast and the experience was 89,779, and another run after that was 87,641, which took about 25 minutes to complete. Now you may be thinking, why is there almost 2,000 experience difference between those two runs? It's simply because the party members range from level 58 to 62, meaning the experience values can vary quite a lot. I was determined to find a full level 60 group with Nax and AQ40 level gear, so I managed to find a party that consisted of 2 warriors, 1 rogue, 1 hunter and a resto druid. So by no means a superior dungeon cleave setup, but with all the members of the party having some of the best gear from classic raids, we managed to clear the Blood Furnace in 18 minutes, which granted just under 85,000 experience, which means just under 6 full clears gets you from level 60 to 61. However, we would still need to do about 12 runs of Blood Furnace to reach Honoured with Thramar or Honour Hold. So considering you won't have any interference with players on the outside world, this experience gain is pretty much unparalleled at the moment, unless you're doing solo dungeon mob farming on a mage, which is only a very small percent of the player base. Now for something even more exciting. I was looking at experience spreadsheets, and this one made by Meiji, which you can find in the description below, almost exactly matches the experience numbers that I retrieved from the beta, meaning that this one is extremely accurate. So looking at the rest of the data, it predicts that you'll be looking at about 88 dungeon runs to hit level 70. So theoretically, if the 30 dungeon daily cap is still kept in the game, that means you could literally just do 30 dungeons for 3 days and you'll reach level 70 ready for Karazhan. So for those of you who want to push for a week 1 Karazhan, I highly recommend you go down this route ASAP. Remember, if you want to see a full rundown of the optimal reputation gains from the dungeon grinding, you can always check out my 60 to 70 launch week guide for a step-by-step path, which you can also find in the description. Either way, I'm still going to continue testing the dungeon experience gains to make sure the numbers are 100% correct, especially if Blizzard raises the level cap higher than 64, so I can explore the other dungeons, and you can catch all of that on my stream. So all in all, this seems to be the best leveling path for the vast majority of players at the moment. So start networking with your guildmates and friends, because you're going to want to have some reliable players with you if you go down this path. And that is everything for today's video. This is the Bald Boomer Biosparks, signing out. Catch you lads next time.